Before you dive into this investigation, let's make one thing clear. Opteq is presenting itself as a simple, modern, secure crypto wallet. And right now, the biggest push is the forced migration of all coin holders into its new system. On the surface, it sounds like a harmless. You're told it will be instant, free, no gas fees, and self-custodial, which is all very exciting if you're in the crypto world, and powered by Crossmint. Fantastic. A well-known wallet infrastructure provider. I've forgotten that word already, and I practice it over and over again.
Opteq.
Opteq claims that by moving your coin, which is spelt with not a C but a Q, into their new wallet, you'll get better security, faster performance, and easier access to your digital assets. Or will they get easier access to your digital assets? But here's the real issue. Many people are signing up without fully understanding what they are agreeing to. Who is really behind Opteq? And what actually happens to their coin after the migration? There's a few things that you'll absolutely need to know if you are associated to Opteq. That's where things get tricky. Whenever a platform tells you to migrate, trust, or upgrade, especially when it involves a troubled asset like Qoin with a Q, you should stop and ask, who actually controls the ecosystem now? Why is the migration necessary? And what happens if something goes wrong? Is this providing my safety or just shifting the problem somewhere else? This blog that we're going to have a look at will tell you what to do. It's here to give you the facts, the patterns, and the red flags so you can make an informed decision before you hand over control of anything that's yours to someone else. If you're a coin holder, a cautious investor, or someone who's been burnt by too good to be true platforms in the past, this deep dive will help you understand exactly what Opteq is promising and why built blind trust is the fastest way to lose your money in the crypto world. Stop doing it, guys. Anyway, lovely enough, I managed to look at this yesterday and decided to do a video. The video is me sitting in front of the computer, horrified about what I'm reading. The first thing I did is checked out their terms and conditions, and you are not covered by a brass razoo. It is absolutely shocking, and we'll go through this blog. So if you are going to use, was it Opteq, and you're thinking about getting involved, you need to listen up and stop being silly with your money. And I'm going to help you because I don't want anyone to lose their money. Now, if this is the first time you've watched me on video, what I do is I go and I expose scams and I help mum and dad investors from losing their money. So you can go to my website, of course, you can click on my Koha, and on the Koha thing here, you can actually support me by helping me do scam investigations. I'm 15% towards my $10,000 goal. I normally need about $200 or $300 to do a good investigation, and I'm here to help highlight all the red flags that you may see. The other exciting thing you can do, if you really want to, is you can join and become a scam snifter, a digital sleuth, or a Ponzi slayer. We'll go for the big time and become a Avenger for life. We have a lot of Avengers that help me fight these Ponzi schemes and scams. So I'm not doing it for the money, but I need money to survive. And as you can see, I don't even know how to operate a computer. So maybe I'll use that money to what do you call it? Get some computer lessons. Anyway, so I prepared this blog yesterday and I wanted to do a video to help drive the point home. What's actually happening when you download this wallet and you start giving them all your social security numbers, your KYC details, your mother's maiden name, your frog's code words, and all this sort of carry on. What are you up to? And this may actually shock you. So let's get straight into it. It's not rocket science.
Opteq wallet and coin migration. Is this a scam or a genuine platform? If you're being told to migrate your coin into a new Opteq wallet, promised instant transactions, no gas fees, and a future-ready blockchain experience, you need to stop and think very carefully.
Right. So does that sound too good to be true? Everyone pays gas fees when exchanging crypto, and then all of a sudden along comes this platform where you put all your loot into it, and then they don't charge you any gas fees. It sounds too good to be true? It does. That's the first red flag.
On the surface, Opteq presents itself as a modern, user-friendly gateway into blockchain ownership, but underneath the glossy branding sits a complex, fragmented, and deeply concerning structure that everyday users are expected to trust without question.
Yeah, just trust us, bro. Just because it looks good, trust it. Don't.
This is my OSINT-driven look into Opteq, the company behind it, the connection to Qoin, the terms you unknowingly agree to, and why I believe this entire setup is extremely high risk for mum and dad investors.
I do, and it's truly my opinion. Do what you like with your money, but don't say I didn't warn you first.
Why Opteq exists in the first place. Opteq is being pushed as the official migration tool for coin holders. If you've followed the Qoin story even loosely, you'll know their old ecosystem was hit with serious regulatory trouble. Rather than fixing those issues transparently, the project has resurfaced with a new chain, new wallet, and new branding. And
Yeah, whoops.
Opteq is at the center of the transition.
Yeah, so this company has already been scrutinized, flogged, and I assume they would have got into trouble legally, and now they're continuing doing the same things. Well, let's listen to what the blog says.
This isn't a standalone wallet app. Opteq is the front end of a tightly controlled, custom-built coin pipeline. You're not selecting a random wallet from the App Store. You're being funneled into a proprietary system designed by the same ecosystem that regulators have already ruled against.
So, yes, so they've already been smacked around the head, and they've had their ear twisted, and they've been told not to do it, and they still continue.
And that's the first major red flag.
Right, so let me tell you a little bit about that statement and why you should. I'm just going to read that paragraph there, if you don't mind.
The company behind Opteq, an offshore shell. Opteq is operated by Operations Tech Limited, a company incorporated in the British Virgin Islands.
Hold it. Did somebody say British Virgin Islands? Hey, do you know why they do it? Because it's just so hard to prosecute people all the way in the British Virgin Islands. And the fact is, you don't know this yet, but you can't do class action lawsuits against this company. As soon as you sign up, you waiver all that. So that means if you wanted to take this company to the cleaners and do a lawsuit, you have to do it all by yourself, which would require a lot of money. And you have to probably go all the way to the British Virgin Islands to do so.
I've
sure
been
it's
around
lovely
this
there.
industry long enough to know that companies don't base themselves in the BVI because they enjoy the tropical weather. They choose the BVI because it offers near total secrecy, minimal public disclosure, and hard to enforce legal recourse for customers. If something goes wrong, you're effectively dealing with a corporate ghost.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said, wasn't it?
For years, I've exposed MLMs, crypto schemes, and offshore operations. This structure is identical. The business is offshore. The services are global. The liability is buried. The users carry the risk. And Opteq fits that mold perfectly.
Yeah, so basically, if it all goes pear-shaped, they're just going to throw it all back on your lap and say you can't do anything about it. Does that sound like a company you want to be part of? Don't think so, Tim.
The Crossmint layer, another obstacle between you and accountability. Opteq doesn't even run the wallet infrastructure. Instead, it partners with Crossmint, a large digital asset infrastructure company operating under different laws, different regulators, and different jurisdictions depending on which feature you use. When you sign up to Opteq, you automatically agree to both sets of terms, whether you realize it or not.
Yeah, now that was really big for us yesterday. I don't even know if I've actually linked this through. I have. But when you come along here and you, I can log in. I think I've got my login. I'll probably have to do an email. Oh, I'm still logged in. So now I'm logged in. It's great, but it's powered by Crossmint. And Crossmint had their own terms and conditions. Now, when I first come along here yesterday and got started, I couldn't find those terms and conditions anywhere on this website. I go down to the bottom and I can find terms and conditions and privacy agreements and the like, but there's no connection to this app, to this Crossmint until I went through the process of signing up. So let's just sign up and let's just write. And then I put in a legitimate email address, which is obviously a bogus one, and then it will email me, I think, excuse me. Yeah, so it wants my 6-digit code. So by this time, you've already got my email address, even if, and now I'll go get that code and put that in there, and then it will pop up a box, which we did in yesterday's video, and I can't go any further unless I agree to the terms and conditions of this company that I didn't even know anything about at that point. So that's just disgusting. So where did we get up to? Oh no. Company behind offshore limited, Crossmint layer, the Crossmint layer, maybe, yep, I think we got to about here. So I'm just going to read that paragraph so we've got the flow going, and let's get into it.
When you sign up to Opteq, you automatically agree to both sets of terms, whether you realize it or not. Opteq, BVI law, BVI arbitration, offshore protections, Crossmint, New York arbitration, Spanish regulators, strict liability caps. This means you're entering a two-layered legal labyrinth, where every single path leads you away from consumer protection and towards private arbitration under foreign law. The moment you click I accept, you give away every meaningful right you have.
Yeah, so let's have a wee look, actually. Why don't we just do that again? I'm just going to go back and join for free. Look at this one, Sue. Okay. And then I go here, create an account. I go back and get my 6-digit code. 1 minute, please, caller. There it is. So now I've got my 6-digit code. So this would be alarm bells. And then what do I get? I don't know if you can see the pop up. It asked me to create a password, which we're just going to go. Now this would be interesting. I normally create stupid passwords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if it lets me. No. Okay, so then I'm going to go some other characters in there. Let's see if that lets me. I still created a very basic password. So now we've got here, and this is the first time I actually find these terms and conditions. So I click on here, and then we put all these terms and conditions into AI, which there's quite a few. And in here, basically, you haven't got a shit show in hell of getting any support if it all goes pear-shaped. We didn't read these, like no one does, but we put them all into AI and then asked it to help us produce this blog. So we did the dirty work for you. Have a listen to what that actually means.
Opteq, BVI law, BVI arbitration, offshore protections, Crossmint, New York.
I'm not going to let you listen to that again. I'm pretty sure we did read that. You'll have to go back and read it if you did want to read it. But let's read the second part of it.
Let me emphasize this clearly. If your funds are lost, stolen, frozen, inaccessible, or mishandled, you will be fighting a BVI company and a US-based company through arbitration with cat liability and no class action rights. That is not a user-first system. That is a risk offloading machine.
So what they're actually saying here, if something goes wrong, you can't get a group of people together and do a class action lawsuit. And you can only do class action lawsuits, I believe, in America. But this is as we pointed out, this Crossmint company seems to be an American company, but why are you using what I believe a white labeled service slammed on the top of another company to, run this? It's just bullshit. So don't get involved, is my opinion. Market versus reality. Q-Tech marketing is polished. Next generation security, my ass. I just created a password, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I went QAWS. That's my password. No special characters, no nothing. So I don't know what they're saying. No seed phrases. Swipe between wallets. I mean, great security there, guys. Instant transactions. That sounds good. I've just lost all my money instantly. Your assets, your control. Next generation security. Well, I saw nothing. We've just gone in here If I just need to tick here and click continue, and here we go, set up your passkey. So my passkeys, I've got a Mac. Next minute, use my fingerprint, and I'm in. All right, no two-step verification needed, and passkey is ready. And now I feel like I've done something clever, but I've just given access to everything. And here I am. And it's in Australian dollars again because it's using my knowledge, and it's powered by Crossmint, which I didn't know about 3 minutes ago, but now I do. Anyway, but when you read the terms, which is 99% of what users won't, it becomes clear that almost every line of marketing is contradicted, is it?
Contradicted by legal disclaimers.
Right, so this is what you actually signed up for by ticking those buttons to hurry up and get in there.
They don't store your private keys. They can't recover your access. You bear 100% of credential security risk. Your wallet is as is with no guarantees. Digital asset purchases are non-refundable, non-reversible. Lost credentials mean permanent loss of funds.
Boom.
They cap their maximum liability at around the price of a cheap dinner. They can repossess digital assets in certain circumstances.
In other words, simply, in other words, I don't even know what that says.
The simplicity is for them.
Oh, yes.
The risk is for you.
Yeah, so they've kept it really simple for them, but the risk is major for you. Quite simple.
The Qoin problem doesn't disappear. It migrates with you. Qoin's regulatory history is not a footnote. It's the entire context for why Opteq exists. A major regulatory body found Qoin's original system to be misleading and operating without the proper licensing. Their blockchain, their merchant claims, their wallet setup, all were heavily criticized.
Yep. Oh, another Ponzi scheme's just fallen over. This one is called, it's on the front page of Behind MOM. What's it called?
Qoin's Ponzi collapses.
Qoin's.
Coinage bits recovery scam.
Oh, yeah. Another one. Okay, so now what have we got? So, did I just not read what I should have read there? I think I'm just doubling up here. Sorry about this, guys. I think I have doubled up. I should have listened to myself.
Instead of addressing those issues transparently, the project launched a brand new chain, a brand new wallet system, and a brand new migration pipeline. The timing is not a coincidence. It's damage control.
Oh, look, I think I missed that. The Qoin problem doesn't disappear. It migrates with you. Qoin regulatory history is not a footnote. It's the entire context. Oh, I'm not reading this very well. Sorry, guys. I think I was just stuffed up on that whole paragraph, and I'm not going to make you read it again. But if you want to read the blog, the description will be in the video. And go have a look at this blog. I'm going to go back into... it's just, like what I'm saying is people don't read. People don't take the time to think about stuff. And when it all goes pear-shaped, it's harder to unravel something that's all in knots than it is not to get involved in the first place. Just saying.
Opteq becomes the gateway to the new system, complete with fresh branding and updated technical jargon, but none of the core consumer protection issues solved. This is not innovation, it's repackaging.
Yeah. So they reskinned the project, put new pictures on top of it, and it's completely the same. Just saying.
The migration pressure tells its own story anytime a company frames a migration as urgent, mandatory, necessary to avoid losing access. The only way forward. You're not being offered a service. You're being herded.
Yeah, so obviously it's fallen over, damage control, and all the excuses they come up with are just bullshit.
Users report
Simple.
issues like balances disappearing, confusion about wallet ownership, and being told the old chain is becoming unusable. This behavior is familiar to anyone who has studied crypto collapses. When the foundation is cracking, a migration is the quickest way to consolidate control before users start asking too many questions. Opteq is positioned as a solution, but the language around it is textbook pressure behavior.
Yeah. Who really benefits from this system? Well, let's break that down for you.
Who really benefits from this system? Let's break it down. Qoin needs a clean slate after regulatory trouble. Opteq provides a new, shiny wrapper for the migration. Crossmint provides the underlying wallet so the responsibility is shared and diffused. You, the user, click agree and instantly step into a multi-jurisdictional maze, where you carry all the risk, and they carry almost none.
Yeah, so think about this.
This is not transparency. This is not protection. This is a cleverly engineered risk shielding system.
Yeah, so it all goes wrong. Who are you going to blame? You're going to blame one of the three companies here, and they've all got different terms and conditions, different jurisdictions, and they're all going to be pointing the blame game, and you're just going to get nowhere unless you've got millions and millions of dollars to take these guys to court. You're just buggered. So don't even bother getting involved. It's not really even it's not rocket science. It's the heck science.
My independent conclusion: I'm not claiming Opteq is a deliberate scam, but based on everything I've investigated, here's what I am comfortable saying. Opteq is part of a high-risk ecosystem built to shield operators from liability, shift risk to users, and reboot a token that has already been ruled against by regulators.
Where do we get to? Regulators, last paragraph.
If I personally held Qoin, I would not interpret the migration as safety or progress. I would see it as a final consolidation move, a way to lock users further inside a controlled system with no external liquidity, no consumer protections, and an offshore operator who never has to answer your questions. If you choose to migrate, treat it as a temporary step toward exiting, not a vote of confidence. Your financial safety depends on skepticism, not slogans.
Yeah, so if you're wondering how we do our research, we just basically use their own website, and we did use AI to cross-reference things. We obviously signed up, how do we play, and like all of a sudden we're stuck inside somewhere, which is powered by another organization that I didn't even know about until we signed up. So who is this company? Yeah, I don't know. So why do we need Opteq if this company's doing everything? I don't know. It's just crazy. But anyway, always read stuff, because it's important. And let's see. That's good. All right. That's good. It's working. All right, guys. Well, that's basically me. I've done actually 3 videos today. You might only be watching one of them. I record them live. That should help you figure out whether that is a good opportunity or not. Opteq, was it Opteq? Opteq, something weird. Just scam after scam. Currently got about 400 blogs on my website exposing scams. Obviously got about 2,500 videos on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, think about hitting the join button underneath my video. I really, really appreciate it when you do. There is some other things that I might actually have a quick look at. But in the meantime, if you've just been with me for this one video, do check out my live section. That's where I do most of my recording of these videos. And hopefully this video has helped you. If you're curious, if you've got any questions about what we've been discussing in this video, then please do comment in the bottom and I will get an answer to you as soon as possible. But don't let these people scam you out of your money. Every day I wake up to an email from somebody telling me they've lost something or they thought something, and then it just goes on and on and on. It's actually quite tiring. It actually gets to me after a while. I've got over 200 scams that I'm investigating. I've got over 700 people that I keep an eye on who are just scammers, bottom feeders, and that's literally what they do. Just before I go, I'm just going to show you what I'm doing in the background in case you're wondering why I'm not concentrating and talking to you guys. This is these are Zoom meeting links where people are in here gaslighting people into signing up for passive income opportunities.
This meeting is being recorded.
So this is a good example. And I will go in here and listen to this lady's got 25 people in her chat room, and she'll be trying to tell you how to get a passive income by signing up for some multi-level marketing opportunity. Anyway, we will see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Danny DeHeck.